So with the Oshi No Ko manga being on break this week, I figured I could take this time to talk about Season 2 of Oshi No Ko. Along with the series being confirmed to be appearing at Jump Festa 2024 in December, it was also confirmed that the voice actors for the main cast will be making an appearance as well. It seems very likely that we'll get some more info on Season 2, since it was already confirmed a while back. Maybe a release date or even a teaser if we're lucky. But yeah, with that said, I thought it would be a cool idea to figure out what content will be in each episode in Season 2 and where the best ending might be. Of course, my estimates on the amount of episodes and chapters covered in Season 2 will be based on what we got in Season 1. For starters, Season 1 covered exactly 40 chapters and 11 episodes. However, considering the first episode was about 90 minutes, which is basically 3 episodes in one, it could be split into 13 episodes. Usually that's about the perfect number of episodes for one cour, which is basically a single anime season. Episodes 2 to 11 were also 3 chapters each, going from chapters 11 to 40. Basically, I think it's definitely possible for them to adapt another 40 chapters into 13 episodes. We just need to fit 10 of those chapters into 3 episodes like Season 1 essentially did. Although, there will have to be some minor cuts, like they did with Chapter 39, The Girl Who Quit Being an Idol. I think that would allow them to end Season 2 in the perfect spot if they do choose to do only one cour. Still, stay till the end of the video if you want to know where that is. Now though, I'll start with episode 1 of Season 2. Season 1 ended right at the end of Chapter 40, so I think it makes perfect sense for Season 2 to start at the beginning of Chapter 41. It also helps that the chapter starts after a short time skip, with Ruby given a brief recap of some of the events that happened. It leads right into the staff meeting at the start of the 2.5D stage play arc, where we get to see the relevant cast members for the arc. I think episode 1 will cover up to before we meet Abiko and Yoriko in chapter 43. Episode 2 will then finish chapter 43 and go up to the end of chapter 46. That will mostly cover the introduction for the author of Tokyo Blade, and end in with Aqua calling the Sweet Today author. I also expect them to trim down some of the dialogue in chapter 45, where they break down how the movie is made. Episode 3 will be chapters 47 to 49, which essentially covers Yoriko helping Abiko with the manga at her house. The episode will end with the cast getting the new script. Episode 4 will then be chapters 50 to 52, which will show Aqua suffering from PTSD and hearing Dark Goro. It'll have Akane realizing Aqua is likely Ai's child and cover the rest of Akane's scenes, including her iconic line of saying she would help Aqua kill someone. Then it will end with Kotanda ready to train Aqua in emotional acting. This allows episode 5 to lead up right to the start of the play, with chapter 53 to 55. The beginning part of the episode will be Melt stuff in chapter 53. Although I think they'd cut like the last page and a half of that chapter with Ruby to make space for the rest of the episode. The episode would then end at the perfect point where the curtain rises on the stage play, which means episode 6 would start with the beginning of the play with chapter 56 and go up to chapter 58. That would cover the start of the play itself, to Melt finally having his moment. Then episode 7 will cover chapters 59 to 61. That covers Akane and Kana's flashback, and leads us into their epic showdown, ending with Aqua and Akane ready to drag Kana into the spotlight together. In episode 8, I actually think it's possible to cover the entire Akane vs Kana sequence, and start Aqua's climatic moment. Basically chapter 62 through 64, and probably the best episode of the season. Basically, it'll lead perfectly into episode 9, which would be the end of the Tokyo Blade arc, with chapter 65 to 67. The episode will cover Aqua's moment for the first third of the episode. Then it'll cover the end of the play's run, to the drinking party, where Aqua reveals he shares the same father as Taiki for the cliffhanger. Episode 10 will continue the beginning of the private arc, with chapter 68 to 70. It'll cover Aqua realizing his father might be dead, and turn the focus back to Ruby and Bikomachi, with the group preparing to film a music video in Miyazaki, the place Aqua and Ruby were born. Episode 11 will cover chapters 71 to 74. This means it'll have Akane realizing Aqua's father might not be dead, and showing Akaru passing Ruby at Ai's grave. I think some of Kana and Aqua's stuff in chapter 73 can be sped through, so the episode could end with Akane showing up at the airport in chapter 74, and Kana's reaction as the cliffhanger. This way, episode 12 can be the rest of chapter 74 to the end of chapter 77. We'll get the introduction of the Cour girl in this episode, and they can probably cut some of the film and discussion in chapter 76, so we can cover the entirety of chapter 77. That means the cliffhanger of the episode will be Ruby finding Goro's body. Now, the season finale can perfectly cover chapter 78 to 80. It will be a very entertaining season finale since it will have Aqua telling Akane he's done with revenge and wants to seriously be with her before kissing Akane. Ruby will also have her talk with the Cour girl, and we'll be able to see her awaken her double black Staringan and become consumed with revenge. I believe chapter 80 is also the perfect ending point for season 2, especially because it coincides with the end of the private arc. It ends with Ruby wanting revenge, and the narrator dropping some foreshadowing for what's next. And that should wrap it up for season 2 and this video. Is chapter 80 the perfect place to end season 2? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe as well. Check out these videos here too if you want a more in-depth look on the content in season 2. Peace.